Namaste, I'm Stephen Sadler, the director of the Self-Awareness Institute at selfawareness.com. We teach the enlightenment of the consciousness through the path of the Siddhas, the Kundalini Yoga of Dattatreya Maharishi, the form of Dhyan by Shiva Bala Yogi Maharaj, the Gyan of looking within to find the source of life itself within you. So the true self is already enlightened, but how do you dial in on that inner knowing and that inner clarity and peace and joy and love that you know is your true nature? I want to give you some tools and training to maximize the effect. We call this the Self-Realization Course. This is an accelerated advanced training to enter into superconscious states. And it's 12-week, it's teleconference. We've been doing this for 10 years. We've got hundreds of testimonials. Everybody gets it. But you got to be committed. It's a 12-week training. Like I said, it's live over the phone. It'll be Saturdays at 8 a.m. Pacific time. But we have Skype, so you can dial in, and people do from all over the world. And this is where I work with people one-on-one. A lot of people have been on my calls or watched my movies and TV and radio and downloads and all the ways that we try to give you free access to Shaktipat meditation. But once I had a student come to me and he says, look, I want some one-on-one time, and I'm willing to really commit to this. I'm going to give you a substantial amount of money, and I want you to train me, whatever it takes to get to that higher amount. And I said, well, what's with the money? He said, I need to be that committed. See, he made the price $1,500. And when people do that, what happens is that they get on the calls. They practice an hour every day, and they get the results. They actually experience bliss through the samadhi. So you can be meditating for years and years and years and never actually get it. But we found people by the score entering into superconscious states, because what we do during that call is we transmit an energy called Shaktipat. So it's not just about energy. It's not just about information. It's not about a tool, a training, a lineage, or a guru. It's certainly not about me. It's about you connecting to the source of life within you and bringing that out. So there's a visceral shift in how you feel. You actually go into higher states. You can feel it. You can feel the energy. You can feel the bliss. You have these epiphanies, these awakenings, this inner clarity. Because the answers lie within you. The source of happiness and peace lie within, and you know that this is the gate to get there. You got to connect to the source of life itself within you that is you. And that's through Shaktipat, and that's what you get training in. So week after week, you not only have lessons that are emailed to you, MP3s you can go back and listen to. During the live call, there's a transmission of energy. Shakti moves in through your body, and you will just be absorbing as much energy as you can in that hour till you're really buzzing. And then you have that whole week to practice the exercises and the energy, so you learn to acclimate to this higher level. Then the very next week, we recalibrate you again. We move you up a notch into yet a higher state and more energy and more love and peace. And it's palpable. Just ask anyone that's taken the course. And then the next week, another bump, and the next week, another bump. So after 12 weeks, you've been doing this long enough to not only reach superconscious states that you might not otherwise ever get to in your whole life, but you're able to maintain them. It starts to set. It starts to really stick and not just go away like sometimes happens if you go to a weekend retreat and they have to come back into the world. So we're going to give you the tools and training to maintain these higher states and bring this awareness into your relationships and family and into your work, and provide some real tools and a family and a support system for you to fully enlighten and fulfill the purpose of your existence, because you've been called. If you're listening to this, it's because you're being called. Your spirit has called you. So take a deep breath and reflect on that, and just know there's some opportunities. I've got a number of calls that are free, teleconference, and I'd like to invite you to get on. And you can always go to selfawareness.com to get the phone number and PIN and the times and so forth. But just so you have it handy, there'll be this Saturday, 8 a.m. Pacific time. I'm in Laguna Beach, so we base everything from the Pacific time zone. So you adjust to your time zone, and people call in from all over the world. So we have people from literally almost every time zone call in. The second, 8 a.m. Pacific. So that's this Saturday. That will be a Shaktipat meditation. We're going to focus on energy. Then the following Saturday, again at 8 a.m. Pacific, Pacific time, we're going to do an introduction to the self-realization course, and I'm going to walk you through some of the other exercises that you will learn and develop. And on the 16th, the course will officially start and run for the next 12 weeks. But you need to be registered and paid in advance. I'd like to invite you. You can go online to read more or to register, and we do have payment plans. But the best thing for any of you to do is to call Kim. She's so sweet, and she can explain everything to you and help you out, and we'll create a payment plan or set up a group rate if you're a yoga studio or another group. Just call 949-355-3249. And if nothing else, even if you're not ready to take this like super advanced training, you can get on the calls and see what it's like to go into higher states and feel the bliss. I want to share this with you. There's so much love just waiting for you. There really is a kingdom of heaven that lies within. There really is a bliss. There really is a nirvana. There really is an enlightenment. And you have been called, or you wouldn't be listening to this. So I bow to that which brought you to me, and I look forward to sharing with you these next few Saturday mornings. God bless you.